is Ashley Salvatori. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a day of keto foods, clean keto to get back on track to our goals. I am on day 10 of clean keto, eliminating alcohol, eliminating the toxins, no to low dairy, like as low of dairy as possible. And you are not going to believe the results of this. I can't wait to share it with you in this video and show you exactly what I'm working on, exactly what I'm doing, and why I've decided to switch over to clean keto from dirty regular keto. Morning, guys. Okay, so this is the first time I've tried mixing these two flavors together, and oh my gosh, they are so good. It reminds me of snow cone, like the strawberry snow cone. We also have a snow cone flavor that usually comes out in the summer, but when you mix the brand new enchanted berry with a lime Mitoplex, it literally tastes like snow cone. It's insane. I do have some samples if you want to try these. Very limited amount, so I'll put the link in the description while they last. If you click the link and it doesn't work, then that means I'm all out of them. So I'm up early for my miracle morning. This is when I do meditation. I like to do at least 15 minutes of meditation, just sitting quietly, facing east. I have frankincense is my essential oil that I diffuse while I'm meditating, and I listen to white noise, like a beach sound of white noise. Then I do my 25-minute workout, and at the moment I'm doing a home workout, Focus T25, which is by Shaun T. I don't have any affiliation with that workout program. You can pick it up through an infomercial or something. They have a ton of them out there. I'm just following the program calendar, and it's about 5 to 6 workouts a week. Today we're going to do cardio. You ready to go to school?
No.
Where are we going?
I'm going to beach club.
Oh yeah? This video is probably going to be really long because we've got a lot to talk about. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I literally crashed and burned. I crashed and burned because if you had been following along, you saw that I was doing this training like a Victoria's Secret model thing, and I was doing an hour of cardio every day, and I was doing an hour of lifting every day, and I was doing that for 6 weeks, right? But I think I swung the pendulum way too far on the fitness side because it wasn't sustainable, because I had to then pull back a little bit and reevaluate. Like, I was not focused on my goals for like the last month because I had been planning the final stages of this team mastermind that I put together for my team that was incredible in St. Augustine, Florida. It was really important to me, and it was one of those things where I needed to put all of my focus and my energy, and my own fitness and nutrition goals kind of got pushed aside. Like, I wasn't focusing on myself. And so what happened to me was I kind of let myself go. I let myself just eat whatever. I let myself just do whatever. I just really didn't care. I wasn't in the mind space of focusing on my fitness, my nutrition, and all of that. Fast fast forward, after Thanksgiving, I was like, this is it. I need to get rid of the toxins out of my system. I've been drinking way too much wine. I've been eating way too much processed foods. I've been going out to eat at restaurants way too much. I've been eating keto most of the time, but a lot of time I was just kind of letting myself eat whatever. Like, not like binging or anything, but you know, I would be at a restaurant and be like, whatever, I'm just gonna eat whatever today. Like, I just wasn't strict with it, right? But then I started suffering the consequences of that. We started going backwards. I started feeling like I was going backwards. And part of the reason I haven't been here on YouTube is because I needed to focus on this event and I needed to focus on other things. And I just couldn't do it all. I couldn't balance it all with my kids and everything. And so YouTube kind of got a back seat. However, I've been sharing a lot over in Instagram. And so in Instagram, I talked about this and I talked about my little backwards spiral, which can happen to a lot of people, and it's okay. Like, we're all normal humans, right? I'm not a guru. I'm not here to say that I know it all or whatever. I just share with you guys what I'm doing, and a lot of you come along for the journey with that. And right now, I'm in the season of focusing on and pursuing and pushing forward with my goals. I want to walk into the new year already with these healthy habits and feeling my best. And so I decided, okay, I need to get rid of the toxins first and foremost. Toxins in food, toxins in the alcohol, all of that stuff. I like to have a glass of wine every night, but that can become a problem. I read this in a book, and this makes so much sense, right? When you're following a low-carb keto lifestyle, if you have a glass of wine, it does the same thing to your body. Any sort of alcohol, because it stops ketosis, it impacts your blood sugar the same as if you had a ice cream sundae. So imagine, would you, if you're following keto, would you be having an ice cream sundae every day, right? Probably not. Would you be having 2 or 3 a day? Probably not. So anyway, that was the first thing that needed to go for me. I needed to do no alcohol. I slid backwards. And when I'm talking about slid backwards, check this photo out right here. This was me a little over a week ago. Like, I can't believe it happened, but it happens to the best of us. It happens to most of us and a lot of us. So I'm sharing it with you guys. I'm totally authentic with you guys. You know, our goals only work if we want them to work, right? If you're not in the space to be pushing yourself towards your goals, then clearly your body is going to react to especially types of foods that you're eating and that sort of thing. Anyway, I was in damage control. I was like, this is unacceptable for me personally. I don't like feeling this way. I don't like being uncomfortable in my clothes. And so I drew the line in the sand. I was like, this is it. This is it. I've been going strong and I have not wavered or broken from this, and I've gotten incredible results within just my first week, and I feel amazing. Like, if I could just transfer the energy of how absolutely incredible I feel through the screen, I would, because I feel so good. Even though I had been coming over like a cold, feeling sick, all of those things that come along with this season, even though I still had that, it didn't stop me from starting. I'm like, I am starting. So, very first thing, my physical fitness. What am I focused on? I'm not going to go to the extreme of like the hours cardio, hour of lifting, all of that craziness. That's 2 hours a day. I'm not doing that. I'm going back to 25 minutes of high intensity training, because the other thing that I learned, okay, is there's such a thing called overtraining. I'm not a trainer, I'm not a fitness professional, but there is such a thing as when you stress your body releases cortisol. Cortisol causes you to hold on to fat, gain weight, all of those things. It's a stress hormone. We don't want cortisol, okay? And especially if you're following a low-carb, high-fat lifestyle, it's beneficial for you to limit the amount of cortisol you have, and also then that would mean not overtraining your body, because that puts a lot of stress on your body. And so I'm like, okay, 25 minutes, high-intensity training. I'm doing clean keto. So I did this years ago, okay? And I felt so amazing, but I fell off with it, and I let like the other foods come back into my life, which are very highly addictive. A lot of these keto foods that can still cause and trigger addictive behaviors to food. And for me, I know I was super addicted to cheese because I was eating a lot of cheese on top of cheese on top of cheese, processed meats, processed foods, and which are great and fine for some people, but for me, I'm like, nope, right now I need to eliminate the things that are causing my addictive triggers. Cheese is the hardest thing to get rid of out of my diet. With clean keto, you can still consume cheese, but for me, I'm deciding to go clean keto with no cheese. Now, for some people, if you're like, okay, I've hit a plateau, I've hit a stall, and you want to bust past that, doing clean keto and eliminating or reducing, not necessarily eliminating completely, dairy is an incredible way for you to do that and get incredible, insane results. If you want guaranteed fat loss results, like you just want it guaranteed within a couple weeks, then clean keto is the way to go and achieve that and in the most healthy way possible, as well as break up some addictions. So I'm sitting here right now after doing clean keto for like 8 or 9, I don't even know what day it is, but I'll have to check, 8 or 9 days. And that's the thing, this isn't torture at all. However, the first 5 days of it was painful because all of these toxins were coming out of my system from all of this food that I had been eating regularly that was causing these addictions, like with the cheese, but with like the dirty keto type of foods, because all of those, plus dropping out the alcohol, all of it coming out of my system all at once, and going back to keto after burning glucose for a while, I experienced the keto flu. I experienced some detox symptoms for like 5 days. It was like 4 or 5 days. It was kind of torture. Like, and in addition to that, I've been fighting this like cold thing that has been like lingering for ever, it seems. So there's all of that, okay, happening all at the same time. Luckily for me, I did make sure that I consumed electrolytes, so I utilized Mitoplex electrolytes. I also had nat ketones every day, which are really super high in B vitamins and other vitamins that can help with this period and this time when you're in that time where you're kind of experiencing keto flu stuff. My plan is also to do 1 to 2 nat ketones a day, fasted in the morning with my workout, okay, plus the Mitoplex electrolytes. And then to be consuming a fat coffee as my first meal. So I'm doing 3 meals a day with one of the meals being a fat coffee while I am fasted. And I learned recently that you are not breaking your fast based on calories, but you are breaking your fast based on an insulin response. And you can consume a fat coffee and not produce an insulin response, and it can actually help you push your fast longer and enhance your results. Plus, there's a ton of incredible health benefits, nutrition, to consuming grass-fed organic butter with clean keto. So that's what I'm doing. So I've been making my fat coffee in the morning with 2 different ways. So there's 2 different ways I'm doing this. I'm kind of rotating them. So I'm doing it one way where I'm doing just brewed cup of hot coffee blended with 1 teaspoon of MCT 143 plus 1 tablespoon of grass-fed organic butter and a squirt of organic liquid stevia. I'm blending that together, and that is incredible. It tastes so good and it's amazing. That is my traditional fat latte that I make. And then I'm rotating that with the one that is more of like a protein collagen based fat latte. And so with that, I'm doing 1 cup of coffee with a packet of Keto Cream, which includes the collagen plus the MCT, and it's going to give you a little bit higher of the macros, which is helpful, especially for women. And if you're over 40, you need to be consuming this type of fat coffee every single day, not the other one that I was talking about, okay? While you're fasted, for hormones, because this is all about the hormones. So then a packet of the Keto Cream and a tablespoon of grass-fed organic butter, and I'm blending that and I'm making that. And now Keto Cream comes in 2 different kinds now. It comes in one that has dairy, and that comes with a dairy-free one, the maple one, which is amazing. Both ways are really good, just depends on you and your goals. I will do the dairy one every once in a while, and I will do the non-dairy one. I'm reducing my dairy. Remember, my diet was primarily mostly dairy, so now I'm reducing my dairy way down. So I'm doing that fat coffee as my first meal, and then whenever I feel hungry for my second meal, which has been, and typically the fat coffee comes around 10 a.m., I will mix up my first meal whenever I feel hungry. And so that might be 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whenever that happens, 1 o'clock or noon. It just depends on when that happens. That's kind of my trigger, is when I start feeling hungry. And with this, I'm able to extend my intermittent fast. I'm utilizing the fat coffee, and I can have more than one of those fat coffees during that fasted window too, if I feel like it. So if I have one of them with the 1 tablespoon of grass-fed butter, and then I have another one a couple hours later, that's okay. I can do that. And I do have a printable if you want to print out a list of the types of foods that you want to be focusing on to get the maximum results, and the types of foods you want to limit that are still clean keto, that those type of foods will slow down results. And I also have a video that I made 2 years ago where I explain exactly how to do this, and it was like literally on point, because it will help you so much if it's something that you're like, you know what, I need to get rid of the toxins too, I needed to do like a total detox of my life, then this will help you so much. So we ate out a lot less. Like, we maybe ordered in like once or twice this entire like pass since I started, and we went to a restaurant I think once or twice. And this is abnormal for me because I normally am going out to lunch every single day. I'm normally ordering Uber Eats every single day. I'm using that excuse that I'm too busy. That's who I am, and I'm changing that, right? I'm making that shift. Look, if I could work out 2 hours a day, I can find the time to shift my priorities to now using that time to go grocery shopping and spending that time preparing healthy, nutritious foods. Because guess what, guys? 80% of your results are the nutrition, okay? 80%. You cannot outrun a bad diet. And even people doing keto can be doing keto, but they can be doing it in an unhealthy way, in that you are still consuming foods that are trigger foods for you, and they're not necessarily the best foods to live that healthy, clean lifestyle. And so for this clean keto, and you can follow along over on Instagram because I post up to the minute, up to date. YouTube is a little slower in getting the information just because it takes so much to record it and edit and upload and stuff. But if you want to follow me over on Instagram and you watch my stories, I'm showing you guys literally what I'm eating for all of my meals, everything. It feels so good. And because I feel so good, I don't know why I would want to stop that, right? Why would you want to stop something if you feel so good? And I'm never hungry, okay? So the part of the reason of the fat coffee is that it keeps you from ever getting cravings and feeling hungry all throughout your day. You don't. Like, it's so satisfying and satiating that it like controls that portion of it. Plus I'm mixing that with like the nat ketones, which does have the appetite control benefits of increasing your ketone level. But also when your body is burning at a really high level of blood ketones, which I am going to test my blood ketones today to see what the number is, but you lose those things as well. Like, you lose the cravings. It becomes so easy. Now, if I was consuming dairy, I probably would be wanting to eat some dairy. The other thing I noticed with this, since I went back to clean keto, is that prior to clean keto, I would open my refrigerator any time of the day and I would grab some pepperoni, or I would grab some string cheese, or I would just grab a piece of cheese, and I would mindfully snack on those things without really thinking about it. But since I switched over to this, I mean, for me to have a snack, it would entail me actually like whipping up some broccoli and butter and all that. It's just not, it just, for one, it's just not worth it. But then the other thing is, I don't want it. Like, I'm not hungry in between meals. And so that's a really big benefit. And so if you're not hungry, you have no appetite, you're able to actually create and craft the foods that are actually going to get you to where you want to go. And so the goal here is overall health. The goal here is to live my best life, to feel incredible, to drop a couple sizes, because yes, I graduated, okay? I graduated back up to size 10, which is annoying. I don't want to graduate. It's annoying. But you know what? Here's the thing. The most important thing is that we pull ourselves out when we fall back, is pulling ourselves out. I'm not going to be defeated by this right now. I'm making a plan, I'm making a shift, I've done some research, I figured out what's gonna work for me. I'm gonna update you guys along the way. I don't know if it's gonna come weekly, every other week, monthly, or what these updates are gonna come, but you let me know below how much you want from me, and maybe I will make that work. It's a lot of work with YouTube, but you know, I can sit here and I can talk to you guys forever. I do love it. Like, YouTube is one of my favorite platforms ever. So right now, after this first week, I'm feeling incredible. I lost so many inches. I lost this bloat. I lost this swelling. I'm on a roll. I feel good in my clothes again. Like, look at this before and after, right? Of just a week. And I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. And I want to take you guys along with me. Anyone that wants to go along for this, you know, definitely follow me over on Instagram and let's just do it, right? Tag me in Instagram. When you're on a roll, tag me and I will reply to as many people's tags that I possibly can to cheer you guys on so we can be a part of this together, right? I'm gonna take you along for my day. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm doing. It's very easy, and once you start doing it, I'm telling you, you no longer crave those other foods. You start craving these clean keto foods. And yes, it's a lot of butter, but that's because the butter is good for you. And when you're doing this, it's actually a healthy way for you to hit your fat loss goals, and you get these benefits of this healthy butter, and you're never going to be hungry. And so you're going to notice that too. You definitely need to stock up on butter, and it doesn't matter how much fat you have to lose. You could be right now looking at 200 pounds to lose. I would recommend that you also do the exact same thing because you need the butter. You need the butter. You need the fat to burn the fat and to hit those higher ketone levels, blood ketone levels, and to keep you satiated and keep you from falling off and spiraling out of control or having a cheat meal or like falling off your plan, right? If you don't believe me, try it for 2 weeks and see what happens, okay? And if you don't believe me on this whole clean keto thing, then, you know, I just went grocery shopping, and what I got from the grocery store is as much as I possibly can in organic veggies, right? And those veggies, some of them are not organic if I couldn't get them organic or whatever, and that's okay. I don't have to be like totally psycho on it, but as much as I can, right? And then for meats, I'm focusing on beef that is grass-fed, grass-finished beef, and I'm really limiting poultry. Like I have it and I will use it every once in a while, but that's not the, like, that wouldn't be my first choice, would be poultry. And then fish, we're talking wild caught if we can get wild caught. Last week I learned that I definitely needed more like smoked salmon, wild caught smoked salmon, because I really enjoyed that with like some poached eggs. It was so freaking amazing. And then like some avocado, so good. I also got some like extra virgin olive oil with some apple cider vinegar and some lemons, because that's a great dressing to just put on there instead of getting like store-bought dressings. The other thing I want to mention before I hop out of here with this segment, because holy moly, this has lasted a long time, is that I went to the one time I went to the restaurant, something that I would order all the time, which was lobster roll, and then I would take the roll, the lobster filling out of the roll, and then I would have like a side salad with ranch. I did not like it at all. Like, I was eating it and I was like, this doesn't taste good to me anymore. And it's insane once you clean up. And that to me was considered one of the best keto meals that I was getting at a restaurant, because, you know, it's low carb, high fat. But because I eliminated the toxins, I'm very sensitive to now eating the toxins. And the ranch I have, and the dairy, right? The dairy that was in the ranch, that was incredible to me. Like, I didn't like the ranch. And it's like homemade, like some of the best ranch at this restaurant, and I didn't like it. And that's like, we have so much more control over the things we crave and the things we want than we think. But getting rid of it, I think, is key. So that's it. So let's go. I'm going to unpack these groceries and we are going to get this day started. We're gonna get into the results of this. This is crazy. And this is the thing I wanna say, okay? So I know I needed to go dairy free. Like, I've just felt it in my heart and I just know it. But I didn't think I could do it, to be honest with you, because my food addiction to dairy, cheese and all of that was running thick, guys, like running real thick. And so I was like, you know, I just have to do this. That, along with dropping out the alcohol, right? I know I needed to get rid of the alcohol. I just knew it. So those two things, and then combining that with clean keto, I feel like my body is like basically telling me this is it. This is so right. And this is what I want to say, okay? Maybe you also feel like you need to detox from some of the toxins that are in food, and going clean keto is a great idea for like 2 weeks. What if you commit to like 2 weeks, see how you feel, and then reevaluate from there? Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what, I'll just do 2 weeks, see how I feel, see what I want to do from there. And then, but versus like, oh, because I'm doing clean keto, I have to do clean keto forever. No, I mean, the way I look at it with clean keto, like let's just say you start clean keto and you love it, and you want to keep it going, your cheat meal sort of meal will probably be like regular keto or dirty keto for your cheat meal. Like, as crazy as that is, that's kind of the way this will kind of roll. So I got my 10-day results here, guys. Today is day 10. This is crazy. I've done so many different things to reach my goals, and this is the one that is getting me not only real quick results, but I feel like results that are gonna continue on, are gonna last, and is gonna be sustainable for me. So fat loss, total fat loss up to this point, 10 days, is 7.2 pounds in 10 days. That is over half a pound of fat burned from my body every single day of this 10 days. That's crazy. It's actually almost a pound a day. That's like I really don't know the math. Don't ask me about the math. I hope you guys don't mind that we're just hanging out on my bed, but I literally do feel like you guys are like my best friend. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I haven't met most of you guys, but just through the comments and whatever, like I feel like I know you. And so anyway, we're just chilling, okay? So let's get to the next thing. The next thing is the inches lost. Okay, this is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. But see, here's the thing. I do hold a lot of inflammation, swelling, and bloat in my midsection. And even though I had a tummy tuck, that doesn't matter. Like, you might look at that and think, oh yeah, you get a tummy tuck and you're like, your problems in your midsection are solved forever. No, if you hold bloat, swelling, and inflammation in your midsection, it's always gonna be that way. It's just gonna be underneath the area where they took off the extra skin. Okay, and so I lost a lot out of my midsection, but total inches overall in the 10 days is 15.75 inches. That's over a foot of inches in 10 days. Absolutely unreal. And I continually feel like I'm burning. Like, I just feel my body feels like it's in this like burning stage. I don't know if you have any idea what I'm talking about, but when you're burning, and especially if your body's producing a lot of ketones, you really can feel it. I lost a lot of inches, and clearly nothing makes me feel better than losing from those areas. And I haven't even been doing that crazy of workout. Right now, the way I feel and how everything's going for me, I do not see myself going back to eating lazy keto, dirty keto, and I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but that's how amazing I feel. Like, I don't have any cravings for anything. I have no hunger for anything. I'm able to literally control what type of foods that I eat without like completely breaking any type of food addictions that I've had. And it feels so healthy. Like, I just feel incredibly healthy. So like I said, what I recommend is if you've been thinking about trying to like detox off of some things, like I would say, give yourself 2 weeks. Listen, the thing about no alcohol is that the first 10 days are the hardest. For me, that was the case. I mean, I would say the first 3 days were the hardest. Right now, I just hit day 10 and it's like, this is smooth sailing from here. You're gonna have to go through some keto flu things because your body, especially when you're pulling all these toxins all out at once, it's crazy. You're gonna have the headaches, you're gonna have to push through it, you're gonna have to drink extra water, right? Make sure you're getting the electrolytes that you need. Make sure you are taking care of yourself. If you have to take some ibuprofen or something like that, you have to do what you have to do, and that's okay. That'll work. Like, I had to do that a couple days, and that's fine. But you do have to plan ahead, right? Like, I was used to ordering out a lot, and with this challenged me not to order out. Like, I was like, okay, I am making all of my meals, and so I have to make the time to go grocery shopping. I have to make the time to like make sure I have the right food in the house, or that I have some backups. So for me, eggs and broccoli are like my backups, because I can just steam some broccoli, like frozen broccoli in the freezer, steam some broccoli in the microwave, and then like throw some eggs with grass-fed butter, and I have a meal. And that sounds really good, so I think I'm gonna make that as my first meal today. I think I'm gonna make some eggs. Yes. I'm gonna make some eggs. So we're gonna go make some eggs as our first, well, really second meal, because I had my fat coffee this morning, and that's just been what I've been doing, and I have not been deprived, and I have not been hungry, and I have not felt like I'm missing out on anything at all the entire time in 10 days. And what's crazy is I completely forgot that it's been 10 days. I thought when I was filming this earlier and I was recording, and I was like, I think this is day 8, because I stopped counting, because it just feels so natural and normal.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment, to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have.
It's been so long since my last YouTube video that we are in the process of renovating our pool, and I haven't even updated you on it. It's so crazy. So I'm going to show you guys where we are with our pool reno and what's happening and what is coming. This is so exciting. All right, so check this out. They removed the cage. You guys remember the cage that we had our lanai? And we're not putting it back because the view, and you should see it when the sun sets, it's crazy. And the sun is over here right now this time of year in the winter, but the sun sets right here in the summer. It's absolutely beautiful. So this, we are going to do those electric screens that come down across here, so we can open this up wide and close it off when we feel like we want it screened. So far they pulled off the side of the pool. They poured some concrete. They put this plaster around the hot tub. Okay, my camera went dead. I was explaining it to you. My camera went dead. They did some more progress, so I'll keep showing you guys what we're planning. But check out what they did here on the spa. Look how good this looks. This looks incredible. This is going to get what's called Diana Royal marble over the pool deck. That's going to come all the way through here, And again, these will be retractable screens so we can open or close the screens. But here's the thing, from this seating area over here before, I literally felt so separated from the pool. Now when you're here, it just feels like you're part of the pool. It's so cool. Also painting the house bright white. You can see the colors here. We have this is the color it's going to be. So it's going to be this bright white. We're going to be replacing all the windows with the black window frame. It's going to look very updated. It's going to be so cool. And then the next thing is, what we're thinking of doing is tearing out this here and building a wooden deck. So it's going to extend this all the way out here, so there won't be this, I guess, open area here. So there will be a wooden deck that comes out over here, so you can literally walk across from here onto the wooden deck over to the pool. We might have some sort of like fireplace situation going on over here, because this opens up. Not having the cage not only opens up our view, but also like opens up the opportunity to be able to do something like that. A fireplace, maybe like a gazebo sort of thing built up right over here. We have a huge lawn to be able to do that. It feels like so much progress is being made. And then over here, it's a mess right now because clearly we're in a construction zone, but what we're doing here is this whole thing is coming out. So imagine it's just getting torn out, and they're going to be building an island that's more like a square that you can sit at around, and then a new grill against the back here. The sink is going to be moved over in this corner. The grill is going to be pushed over here. We're going to have the big island here, and then you know, our refrigerator, trash will all be inside the island on that side. Welcome home, Clara. How was your day?
Fun.
Fun? Look. Did you have a great day? Yeah?
That's me. Look.
Yeah, I see you.
So for dinner tonight, I decided to throw something together like I usually do, and I'm steaming some broccoli in the microwave, just putting a couple bowls on top of each other and using frozen. I've been doing fresh and frozen. I've been kind of doing both. I don't know, it's based on preference, I guess. And then slicing up some of these green onions for the top of this for when this is done. And so I started with the shrimp, right? And I just literally threw this raw shrimp into my skillet, and then I realized after the fact that I probably should have taken the tails off, because the tails started just like chipping off into it. So halfway through, I peeled the tails off the shrimp, and then I threw them in the skillet again with some hot butter and got these nice and cooked through. And I topped this with a little bit of lemon. And this is where clean keto is so simple, because it's natural, real ingredients, and it just makes things really easy to kind of create dishes. And so I added my steamed broccoli to this that was already cooked through. I could have added a little bit of fresh garlic as well. That would have been great. And I topped this with some olive oil and some more fresh lemon and just toss this together. Now my husband, he is not keto, so he's having regular pasta. I just put mine in my bowl like this. I could have done some cauliflower rice if I wanted to, but this was perfect for me. And so he used his, it's almost like a shrimp scampi with his pasta, and it created perfect sauce for that. And we also added a little bit of crushed red peppers to the top to make it just a little bit spicy, and it came out really, really well.
That is
6. Where's mine? Ooh.
Go to jail.
Since you made it all the way to the end, I figured it's only fair to give you a little bonus, right? So I filmed this vlog 2 weeks ago, and so today is day 25. I cannot believe I have been following this for 25 days, and I will tell you guys, it has been just literally life-changing. Like, I can't even tell you how incredible I feel every single day, and it's like the fat is melting off me. Check out this before and after to my current progress of where I'm at right now, 25 days into this. I can't wait, guys. Like, seriously, I cannot wait for 3 months. It's gonna be ridiculous. So at the same time, during this time, Pruvit launched something called the Core 4 Challenge, and it literally integrates everything that I have been doing, all of the steps that I have been doing to get the results that I have. And so if you've been thinking about doing some sort of challenge or something like that, this might be perfect for you. So I wanted to let you know what it is, and you're gonna see this in my Instagram too, as I am basically doing these exact steps. So the Core 4, it's based on just doing 4 weeks, 4 days a week, following 4 simple steps. Couldn't get any easier than that. And so step number 1 is fuel. So you're going to have 1 to 2 nat ketones per day to fuel your body, to help you get the technology you need to help you get the best results with this, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2 is feed. And with feed, you're gonna follow any type of healthy living lifestyle that you prefer. So that could be keto, that could be clean keto, that could be dirty keto, that could be paleo, that could be whatever it is that you want to follow. It's just you need to stay on track to that decision and just follow through with that. And that's 4 days a week. You want to stay on track to that. Now, of course, I'm going to be doing this every day of the week. 4 days a week is just the minimum to enter into the challenge to win like $10,000 in like as a grand prize. Then there's like $5,000 prizes, $2,500 prizes. Every single person who enters the challenge and submits their results is gonna walk away with a prize. I think it's like a shaker cup or something really cool like that. Number 3 is move. So you want to do some form of exercise 4 days a week, that just to break a sweat. And that could just be like going for a walk. That could be doing high intensity training workouts like I'm doing. That could be lifting weights. That could be whatever it is for you. You just need to move your body, okay? 4 days a week. And the amount of time for the workout is up to you as well. That's just, it's in your hands, okay? And then the last step, number 4, is going to be share. So accountability is a big part of the success in achieving your goals, and that's kind of like why I use my social media platforms for my own accountability that has helped me stay on track. I know I have other people that I have publicly said, I am doing this is what I'm gonna do, and it holds me accountable to actually doing the things I say I'm gonna do. And so Pruvit knows that, and so they put number 4 as share, and what you're going to do is on your social media platforms, you're just gonna share some part of your journey along the way 4 days of the week, and you're gonna hashtag PruvitCore4, okay? And I would love for you to also tag me in that hashtag so that I can be along the journey with you, and I will definitely be commenting, and I'm gonna be drawing some additional little giveaways and stuff out of the people who are doing this alongside me. And so the only thing that you need for this challenge, the only package you need is you need at least 20 nat ketones. And so if you don't have that already, you can click the link down in the description. You can grab that, whatever flavor you want to grab. 20 ketones is the minimum. I'm also going to recommend you grab some electrolytes, some Mitoplex electrolytes along with that. And if you're going to be making some fat coffee, you might as well add some MCT 143 or some Keto Cream to that order. When you add $150 to the cart, you get 22% off everything. So definitely you want to do that, okay? And so the other side of this is you're going to want to take your before photos, front, side, and back when you start the Core 4. And then you're going to want to take your start measurements, your weight. That way at the end, they're going to be putting up a link. Pruvit's going to be putting up a link for you to submit your results, and when this link is available, I will have it in the description of this video as well. And so you're going to submit your results at the end of the challenge, and you can start it anytime you want. So you literally can start it right when your package arrives at your door. You can start your Core 4, okay? And then you're going to also build on these incredible habits. You're going to get these great results. Stay tuned in my stories because I'm doing this with you guys, and this is like literally the steps that I take and that I have done for my entire journey that has helped me lose the 60 pounds and now on this next level of my transformation journey. So guys, thank you so much for being here. If you'd like me to give you more updates here on YouTube, put it down below in the comments and I will work on that for you. Take care.